I welcome you all to the third session of CodeCrunchers. Today, first we'll be revising the structure of the program, and then we'll be practicing the other programs, and we'll practice to write at least 2 or 3 programs today. I'll be just sharing my screen. Hope the whiteboard is visible to you all. Okay. So first, we'll be revising all what we did yesterday, and then we'll proceed further. Yesterday, I told you the structure of a simple program. It was a similar program to this. Can any one of you explain all of these 8 lines to me? The use of the brackets, what is NUM, what is INT, what does it denote, and what is the system.out.println?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, good morning.
Very good morning to everyone. I would just like to ask, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
So, this is basically a program in which class which stores the rest of the program in it, and we can name the class as whatever we want it to. Then the first column means that the class has begun, and then the public static void main. This is where the program begins, and the column right beneath the public static void main means that this is where the program begins. And then int a is the variable which stores the value number 5, and then we write system.out.println so that the program gives out the value 5 whenever we write number num later on in the programming. And then we close the public static void main by a column, and then we close the class f by using another column.
Okay, great. So you may
I was
mute
audible.
yourselves. Yes. Okay, so this was a program we did. We'll be doing 2 more programs for your understanding, and then I'll be telling you something new. But before that, I want that. Okay, he has raised his hand. Yes.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Okay, tell me.
So I understood the first 3 lines, what it means: class, public static void main, and INTA.
Just wait for a second. Over here in this particular program, I have used NUM as the variable, not A.
Yes, yes. No, I was talking about the program I have written in my notes.
Okay, the one we did yesterday.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay, so what was the thing you did not understand?
The last line, system.out.println.
Okay, I'll inform it to you. Just wait. You have a problem with this line, system.out.println. See,
Yes.
this line specifies. You can see the word print is written over here, and you can also see that there are 2 brackets in which we have written something. We have written NUM, the name of the variable, but there are 2 brackets, as you may notice over here. After println, there are 2 brackets.
Yes.
These 2. So
the variable is in it.
Yeah, the variable is written in it. Yeah, this line, system.out.println. The variable or the message we write in its brackets, it gets printed as the output. For example, if we write a variable in its bracket, the value of that variable gets printed in the output. And if we write a message, for example, if I write the number is, and then I write the name of the variable, then it will print the number is 5, the value of the variable, and the whole message it will print. This line is used to give the output and to print a message or the answer as the output. And because Java is a case sensitive language, the S of this system will always be capital, and the whole phrase after it will always be in lowercase alphabets. And there will come a full stop or a dot after system, after out, and then just after println we'll apply two brackets and we'll write whatever we want to get printed as the output for the program. Hope this line is clear to you. Okay. Today we have to complete the understanding of the program and start creating programs. So we come here to the second program. Any of the candidate may type in the chat box what name can we take for this class. Okay, class crunch. Then we'll open the bracket, then public static void main. We'll open a bracket, we'll close it as soon as we open it. Then okay, so now you will inform me the line which is to be written here. For example, if I want to store the number 10, now the variable is at your choice, the data type is also at your choice, but I recommend int. Kindly write in the chat box and I'll write it over here. The line to be written over here. Okay, int chips and the value 7. Okay, now the last line. And if you want to print a message also, you can inform me. The question was to give me a name of any variable so that I may use it as a variable, and give me a value so that I may store it in the variable. So the other candidate may also, we'll go with two numbers now. Okay, so int fan is equal to 8. So we have got two variables over here. So now I want to print both of these values. System.out.println, very good. System.out.println. And then first I'll write chips for it to get printed. And then I'll write system.out.println. There's no prohibition on it. Fan got printed. And then what will I do? How many brackets will I be closing now? Anyone kindly inform me in the chat box how many brackets will I be closing now? Okay, great. 2. See, one bracket I close for public static void main, the other I close for the class. So here we use 2 times system.out.println, that is the print statement. Hope it's clear. We'll come to it again after the break. I request you to note down both of these programs and go through them in the break, rehydrate yourselves, revise all what we did, and come back, join at 11:10. Okay? Have you copied it all so that I may end the screen share? Okay. So now rehydrate, go through these programs. After the break, we'll meet, we'll do one or two more programs, and then you will make the program. Welcome back. Hope you went through your notes, revised everything, rehydrated during the break. Now we'll be doing one or two more programs, and then you will be making the programs. I'll just share my screen. We did these two programs just now. I'll just quickly explain these programs once again. Yeah. So in the first program we did, it was similar to what we did yesterday. We wrote class. The name of the class is hello. Then we opened the bracket for the class. We wrote public static void main. And after that, we again opened the bracket. And then int, the data type we used. And today we use the variable num, which is equal to 5. And then we put a semicolon for the full stop that we say. We put a semicolon. And after that, we wrote system.out.println, the printing statement. And in the brackets, we wrote num, that is the variable, and it printed the value of 5 as the output. And in the second program we did, we used two variables. The name of the class was crunch, and then the bracket opened, then it was public static void main once again. Then we opened the bracket once again. Then the first variable we wrote, the data type first we wrote int, the name of the variable chips is equal to 7. Then int, the name of the variable fan is equal to 8. So fan was storing the value of 8, chips was storing the value of 7. Then we wrote two printing statements over here. And in one we printed chips, that is the value 7, and the other we printed fan, that is the value 8, and then we closed off both the brackets, and the program got compiled and was 100% correct. Hope these two programs are clear to you. If they are clear, then I'll just do one more program and we'll give you some questions. Okay, now the third program. Now give me the name of the class, any one of you. Okay, then public static void main. Then the variable with data type and the value, the whole statement as it is. Any one of you may give that value. Int bad is equal to 6. The candidate who wrote it very good, but you missed out one thing, an important and essential thing, the semicolon. Yeah, very good. So int bad equals 6. Now, shall we apply the print statement, or we can take one or two more variables if you want? I'll just take one more because more variables we'll do afterwards. So here's the program. It's fully correct and compiled. Hope it's visible to you. Okay. Okay, you may type it in the chat box. A candidate has a doubt. I request him to type it in the chat box and I'll clear it. Okay. So the candidate has written a question. The candidate says that we can use numerous variables, and that's very much correct. We can use as much variables as we want. But he also says that do we have to write the print line the number of times we use the variables? See, here we are just learning. The Java programs you will be getting in the second week probably, they will not be like this. The basic structure will be the same, but you may be, for example, here we use two numbers, 7 and 8, and we might be needing to add these numbers. So we'll be using only one print statement to print the sum of these two numbers. Here, if we use three numbers, we might be needing to multiply those three numbers, and we'll be needing to print the product in only one print statement. So henceforth, here I'm just making you understand how to print the numbers. And yes, we can use print statement as much times as we want, but generally you will be multiplying the numbers and then you will be converting the two variables into one, because if I multiply 6 into 5, then the answer will be 30, and I'm just printing the answer as 30. Okay, so that depends on the question and the program. Okay, so I request one of the candidates explain the third program to me. The candidate who has been asked the question may only answer. The other candidate who is writing the answers is requested to stop. In the second question, that is class crunch, what are the variables, the data types, and what is the print statement? You may inform me in the chat box if your mic is not working, you said. The second program, that is class crunch. Okay, variables are chips and fan, great. Data type is integer types, and it is written int because the keyword is int for integer, and the print statement is system.out.println, obviously. Okay, so now I'll be giving you a question for a program. And one more thing before I give you the question. In all of these programs that we are doing, we are not asking the user to input the values in the variables. Here what we are doing, because we are entering the values in the variables in the program, in the code itself, then it is known as storing the values in the variables. It is not known as entering the values or asking the user to input the values. So here in chips, for example, in BAT, for example, in NUM, for example, we are storing the value in the variable. So this is known as storing the value in the variable. It is not entering the value or inputting the value, we can say. Okay, hope it's clear. You can install BlueJ on your PC, and on BlueJ, you will be able to easily run your programs. Okay, I'll be giving you the question. You may write it in your registers, and then any one of you, I'll ask you to just dictate that the whole program to me, and I'll type it here, and we'll check whether it's correct or if there's some mistake in it or not. Okay. So here's the question. I'll type it also in the chat box. You're requested to be ready with your registers. Write a program to store the value of 5 and print it twice. The same logics will be used, but you have to identify how to write a program to store the value of 5 in a variable and print it twice. They have to print the value of 5 two times, and you have to use only one variable. You may write the program in your registers, and when you are ready, I'm giving you 2 minutes. And after that, I'll ask any one of you to just dictate the program to me, and I'll type it over here. We'll check it if it's correct or not. I repeat the question. Write a program to store the value of 5 in a variable and print it twice. You have to print the value twice. The logic is simple. It's similar to these programs. Okay, so you can send it on chat. You can directly message me in the chat. But first you can specify it that it should only reach me, the program which you're typing, okay? Because your mic is not working. 2 minutes are over. I'm giving you 1 more minute and then we'll discuss it. You can take any name for the variable, any name for the class. You have to take one variable and you have to print it twice. Okay, very good. One of our candidates has completed the program and it's 100% accurate, except that he has missed one bracket at the end. Okay, it's very much correct, and that's great. Now I request the other candidates also, if they have written the program, they may raise their hands. I'll unmute them, or they may message us directly in the chat box. Okay. So one candidate has also directly messaged me. I request him to unmute himself to discuss the program, and then I'll give the correct answer and we'll check it.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Basically, what I did is just I did a comma and then wrote 5 twice.
The way you wrote in the chat box. Okay, I'll give you the correct answer. Just you wait. Is this program visible to you all? So I'll explain it to you all. See, I told you that when we are going to print something, we have to print it in the print statement. And I also told you that we can use the print statement multiple times if we want. See, even if we are having just one variable over here, if we can use print statement multiple times for the time being, till we are not coming to loops and all, we can use it multiple times. And one more thing, if I give you any question of any program and you're not able to get the logic, you should at least write the program till the initialization of the first variable. So class volve, here is named the class. The name of the class is valve, volve. Then there's a bracket open, then public static void main, and then initialization of the variable, ice variable. We stored the value 5 in it. And then for printing, see, we wrote system.out.println ICE. So the value of ICE, the value of ICE 5 got printed, but it only got printed once. For printing it twice, I again wrote system.out.println. The candidate again wrote system.out.println, and the value of ICE, that is 5, got printed. So now is it clear? Okay. So one more program we'll do today. Before giving you the next question, I'll just give a quick recap. You remembered for decimal numbers what we use? Kindly write in the chat box if you remember. For decimal numbers, the data type I recommended you to use. And then I'll give you the question. Okay, that's great. The one I recommended you to use, it was double. So write a program to store the value of pi, that is 3.14, and print it twice. The same thing, but the data type will be changed over here. Okay. Write a program to store the value of pi, and that is 3.14, and print it twice. You can also take the name of the variable as pi. The candidates who have written the code, who have completed the program, they may raise their hands. Okay, one candidate has completed it. I'll wait till the other two candidates also complete it, and then we'll discuss it. Okay, two candidates have completed the program. Okay, so now we'll be discussing it. This time, I will request him, the candidate I'm unmuting, to dictate the program.
So I have named my class Orange, and then I began the class by the semicolon. The column. And then I wrote a double pi equals to 3.14 and then semicolon.
Double pi is equal to 3.14. Very good.
Then I did the exact procedure as before,
Okay.
system.out.println pi twice.
So with this, we'll be attending to today's class, and we'll be doing more programs in the coming days, because Java, the whole basis of it is based on practice. So I hope you all enjoyed today's session, and if there are any doubts, you may ask them quickly. Okay, one person has a doubt.
Sir, I have a question that while naming the class, do we have to use the first letter as capital or lowercase or capital case?
You can do it anyway, because you see over here for batch and hello, I took B and H capital. For orange and volve, I took O and V small. So it is at your discretion, solely at your discretion. Okay. So now I'll be ending today's class. Hope you enjoyed today's session. You are requested to go through your notes and all these 4 programs you did today. Try to write 1 or 2 programs by yourself. Then we'll be meeting tomorrow. And thank you. Have a nice day.